We all make difficult decisions in life. This is just another one of those. Now, obviously, it's a video game, but still, it's one of the tougher decisions I've ever made in a video game in my life. Some people think it's tough for what clan to join in Clash of Clans. Some people think it's tough to, I don't know, maybe decide who to draft in a video game, in a football game, right? Who am I going to draft for my team this year? Or who am I going to trade for? Or, who's going to be my quarterback? Or, you know what I'm saying? But this is actually a game of decisions. This is a old game, or, the proper English word. It's an old game, right? N if you use vowels, A if it's a constant. Using that special grammar word, Gotta love the English language, man. You gotta love it, right? I'm a math teacher. I wouldn't know what that is, but if you know what it is, God bless you. Now, look, the thing is that I got this game called Walking Dead, and the game has been out now for, I want to say, going on almost 8-9 years, right? Since 2012. And again, it's an old game, but I actually consider it maybe top 3 coolest of all time. I mean, we're talking about a game that really set the president, whatever the good word to use for that, it set a foundation for story picked games, choices, decisions that you make that actually matter. And then there's game paths that decide that. We're not talking like MLB The Show, where, if you're playing MLB The Show and you do Road to the Show gameplay and you're able to pick what you say for dialogue, no, that matters, but I can literally break down every little thing of what makes this game cool, but nobody is really gonna care because it's just not worth my time. Wow, maybe 2 people will look at it and go, yeah, Matt, you're right. The other 50 people will be like, yeah, I already know this. So it's pretty much pointless. But this game is so old, but the reason why I'm just playing it now is because I never actually got myself the full version. So I've played episodes at a friend's house, okay, but I've never owned it myself. Well, now they had a deal where you can get all 4 seasons, the special season, the 400 days, and then also this other season. So pretty much you're able to get all of them for pretty much the price of a really good price, $30. So for $30, you get the full story of all the Walking Dead games. It's pretty much a good deal if you ask me. I'm only in the first season, episode 3, where they're on the train. You might know what I'm talking about, okay? But this is a big thing that I ran into. And guys, if you guys want to play this game, you probably should. It's literally $30 for the whole 6 seasons. And trust me, one season's multiple episodes. And then each episode is 2-3 hours, 2 hours minimum if you do everything quick. But that's if you Google what to do. You should be doing it blindly. That is, you should be doing it without cheating and looking ahead at online, what should I do for this? No, for example, save Doug, save Carly. That is a big scene in episode 1 and season 1, and you have to choose. Right away, here we go. We have 2 people to save, and it will affect the next 3 episodes. It's a big decision right away. And initially, it was 75% Carly, 25% Doug. I question that. That's what it was for the statistics in the first couple of years. Then they kind of made it where it was back to 50-50, but that's because people, do you know what I'm saying? Like, people have it where they want to do both games. So someone will play the whole Walking Dead series. Cool. Then, if they're a true nerd or if they're a true guy that loves to play the game, they'll play it again, but choose different paths because it's cool. You get to see the other paths. So that's what made it more 50-50 at the end. But it initially was 75-25 for a first choice. So, like, without even knowing, like people did it, you know what I'm saying? Now, why is this? Why would 75% choose Carly? The research has shown that it's because Carly was involved more. Carly did more stuff with you, with the main character, Lee Everett. And so because you talked with her more, you had the radio bond of fixing your radio and listening to another broadcaster die. You talked about her, about how she knew your story. And furthermore, about how she shot the zombie to help Clementine and you from the bathroom scene. But I really question that because I feel like you still bond enough with Doug. So Doug, the thing about Doug is that you know he's tech savvy because he helped you fix the TV remote in a scene. And you know, you guys already know that if I was high tech, or if I wanted to put multiple hours, not even hours, but at least a decent bit of time into this video, I would have pulled up all the scenes of him fixing the radio or fixing the TV remote, of Carly doing her stuff. But it's not really worth it because I don't want to like show anything and give away anything. I'll just verbally like say some things that way you guys know. But the thing about Doug, though, and you're going to see, is that him being good with, like, electronics and being technical, like, that's going to come in handy. Like, I feel like, and you know, like, you'll see, like, in episode 2, he creates a trap that you're able to kind of, like an alarm, and you're able to see when people are coming. And obviously, Carly probably wouldn't be able to do that. But because Doug was smart, he was able to figure out a way to create an alarm with string and bells. That way you can know when people are coming. So, like, Doug was smart. And I feel like we were still able to bond with him enough by going to my brother and all that stuff in the outside world, outside the drugstore. So, I just don't understand. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, what? Like, how could it be so lopsided? Why is Doug the minority? And again, I know now he's not, but he was back then initially, and the game hasn't changed since then. It just went to 50-50 Carly Doug because people want to do both games. Or people want to say, you know what? Doug needs some love. Let's save Doug multiple times now to get that percentage up. Like, that's not how it should be. Like, it should be what it really should be, which was 75-25. So, with that said, there's one thing that everyone forgets. Doug met Carly by saving Carly. So that is huge. I looked at online articles. I did not see that said once, I believe, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll find a different article by gamers.com and then people will be talking about it. The truth of the matter is, Carly was saved by Doug at her news reporting agency. So that is why I saved Doug. People always ask, you know, what made you choose Doug? What made you choose Carly? Because it literally is one of the biggest decisions in the first 3 episodes. Because right away, you literally only known these 2 people for literally, I kid you not, maybe an hour of gameplay. Probably 45 minutes. You don't even know anything that much about these. You have to kill one of them. I mean, wow. So, why did I choose Doug? Because Doug saved Carly to begin with from zombies in like a made up story. So, does that make sense? So, you don't see Doug save Carly. Carly, okay, now this is important. This is why you always talk to all the characters. If you talk to Carly, she literally told you about her story and how she got to the drugstore. She said that her boss or like another like person in her work died. And she would have died if it wasn't for Doug. So my question is, why wouldn't you save Doug? Doug was a hero. He saved Carly, and Carly wouldn't even be alive if it were for Doug. So, Doug, now, this is where the debate comes in. Doug, after you save him, he says, I wish you would have saved Carly. Because Doug loved Carly. Okay, maybe not true love or love, but at least liked her. Like, there were feelings. And people think that the right decision is Carly. But from just those 45 minutes, like, we didn't know much. So what did I make my exact assumption on? Doug saved a life. He saved Carly's life. He's a hero. And then the cherry on top is him being tech savvy. That might fucking come in handy if I need someone to work at like a motel or like. So in the back of my head, I was like, shit, like, what if I need someone to run or work or something technical? Like, I need Doug. We need that. And then also, I know he's brave by saving lives. That's why I chose Doug. Because Carly was a news person who knew my secret that I was a murderer in this game. Why would you want Carly anyway? Because she knew my secret. So that's the whole point of why I chose Doug. The fact that it was 25%, very interesting. Very interesting to me. That's pretty lopsided. I'm surprised. And that's why I made a video, because when someone like that shocks me, like to that nth degree, I'm going to make a video on it. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.